Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here, and do you know what day it is today? It's Thursday, isn't it? Yes, my sexy clone, but it's a lot more than just Thursday. Today is the 22nd of May, 2014. What does this mean? It means that today it's 4 years since I started the Voices from the Dark YouTube channel. It's our 4th anniversary, and it's been a hell of a long road here, so I was thinking about what kind of special that I was going to make. And I was torn between either making a montage or making sort of a more reflected, talky video about the Let's Play experience and stuff in general. And from the title of this video, you can obviously see what choice I went with, considering 2014 hasn't lasted that long, so let's not make a montage now. Let's wait until we can actually get a full year, right? So let me just first off start to say, thank you so much for making these last 4 years the best 4 years of my life. It's been a great addition to have YouTube, and I'm probably gonna rant about it a little bit more in the upcoming video, but this video can be viewed by anybody if you sort of want to get like an insight in how I kind of see YouTube and especially Let's Playing, but it's also meant to be sort of maybe motivational or inspirational for any YouTubers or then Let's Players specifically, because it shows that somebody can go from talking like this and having a crappy camera and recording the screen to becoming more fluent in English, getting better equipment, growing an audience, getting a community. It is all very much possible, and I'm going to go through sort of the main steps that I think is important if you want to sort of get to the place that I have come, because I know I'm not on the top of the world, but I've done something. We have achieved something that is totally amazing. If I just take a look at the wall right here, fan art all over the place. And I'm gonna take you on a journey from 2010 to 2014. We're going to see what has changed, and I'm going to sort of walk you through what I feel, what I think you should focus on, and how I have experienced things. So hopefully you will find this video interesting and you will enjoy the journey, so sit back. And please keep in mind that this is no guide, I am no pro, this is not set in stone, these are merely my opinions, and they are not correct or wrong, it's just silly opinions, so take them if you want, discard them if you want, I don't care. Here's what I'm thinking about YouTube. Now before I get into what I think you should do, I would like to talk about my own journey, so we are going to go back to the year of 2010, on the 22nd of May. 2010, I made my first video. It was a Lord of the Rings video with pretty terrible quality. I can show you a little preview over here.
Hello YouTube, and welcome to my...
Oh, that accent though. Did he seriously use a camera to record? What is wrong with that guy? So we started off with me just using a cheap camera, which I still own, never getting rid of this one, and just filming the screen and enjoying the hell out of it. It all started when I was on YouTube and I saw that there was this new sort of community that was sort of growing and becoming a thing, and it was Let's Playing, and it was basically playing a game and commentating while playing it. And I thought the idea was kind of odd, but after watching a few Let's Plays, specifically by Chugga Conroy, I watched some Pokemon Let's Plays, and I just watched the crap out of them. It was amazing. It was like sharing your gaming moments, your favorite moments from a favorite game with the rest of the world, and I dig the idea, so I got my camera, started recording, uploaded a few days after I made the channel, and nobody ever watched that video. Actually, for the first year, I think I only got 100 subscribers. So during 2010, I uploaded a few videos, a few series. Most of them were in pretty poor quality, in almost every meaning of the word. And I didn't experience a lot of growth. There were basically no frequent viewers, just the occasional comment on a few videos that were just from random people stopping by wanting you to check out their channel. You know the kinds. And at the end of 2010, I had 100 subscribers. It was a huge number, and so throughout that year I had been uploading videos mainly using my camera or using fraps on my very crappy laptop. But then at the end of 2010, I got a gaming laptop. I spent all the money I had on the one PC that could run games at a nice frame rate, and I was just super pumped. So during 2011 I made more and more videos. They were still pretty poor quality, I'm not gonna lie. I eventually got a better microphone as well, and my commentary slowly grew, and I started developing sort of more of a personality. And then at the end of 2011, this little game came out called Skyrim. Now, Skyrim was the first big boost in viewership on my channel, because I had been making videos from 2010 to 2011. that when Skyrim came out, I sort of had prepared myself. I had built up confidence, I had built up some skill, very little skill. And so when the game came out, I uploaded a video as fast as I could, and it attracted people. And this is when I started getting my first frequent viewers. Now, if you've seen my first Skyrim episode, you'll know that it goes a little something like this.
Hello guys, and welcome to my Let's Play of the Elder Scrolls 5.
I had a pretty terrible cold. So it's not the greatest video ever, but it was the first sort of achievement. Like, it was the first time I managed to, like, hook people in. And so at the end of 2011, I had 300 subscribers. Amazing numbers. This was also around the time I made my first machinima, which was actually a pretty crappy little video about a thief in Whiterun starring Eleanor and Martha, and it's still on the channel, but it's not worth your time. So 2012 came around and I was ready to face new challenges. This was going to be the year where my channel finally got its first big growth. And that came from the Kijor series in Skyrim. So when I released Kijor in March, was it? Then a lot of people seemed to like the concept that I was making, that it was a custom storyline, roleplay elements, and eventually machinima elements. And because I was like messing around with this, then people really enjoyed it, and I got some people that stuck around, some of my first Darklings. And I did some other series in 2012, had some fun with it, and gained more and more experience at commentating, and at the end of 2012 we had 4,500 subscribers, so that's a pretty big leap from 300, okay? So we continued on like that in 2013, now broadening our horizon and doing more games, less Skyrim, more focus on other games, and quality grew overall, in my opinion, and commentary got better, and my accent got a lot better. And at the end of 2013, we had 12,000 subscribers. And now in May, we are slowly approaching 17,000 subscribers in 2014, so we have had some pretty big growth lately. And a big spike came from ESO, which just boosted us up. So if we look back at these 4 years, we can sort of see a theme, can we not? I just kept making videos, despite not having any viewers at all. And once sort of a game came out where I could like grab the opportunity, like Skyrim, like the Kijor series, like ESO, that's when I got my first sort of big pushes. So look at my hand right now. Imagine that this is sort of my subscriber base and it goes like this, but then as soon as like Skyrim comes out, I go up for a while, but then I like sort of balance out again, but I'm already on a much higher level. So each time you sort of make progress and then wait for the next big game and just grab the moment and you pull new people in, then you'll slowly get this nice little growth that I'm experiencing. So you might say to yourself, well, Dark, you were lucky. You've like had subscribers come all the time. Not everybody's as lucky as you devil. But take a look at this graph. This is daily subscribers. As you can see, it took a while before you started seeing the good spikes, okay? I did this for years without getting any subs or any views. I don't even know what motivated me back then. I was just like, this is hecka fun. I want to do it more. And a lot of my old update videos, I'm talking like I'm talking to this big crowd, like, hey guys, I know you've been waiting for an update, but I've been kind of busy. And I look at the video, it's like, oh, 17 views, 2 likes, no comments. What are you doing, Carl? So that's sort of my story on YouTube, which was horribly boring and rambly. It didn't really mean to turn out like that, but now you know, and of course Let's Play experience has brought with it many, many good things. I've met fans, I've met fans in real life, I've gotten fan art, fan stuff all over the place. My days are amazing, they feel so much better with YouTube in my life. But that's not what we're here to talk about now. Now that I've gone over my journey, I'm gonna tell you how you can create your own journey. But it'll require some sacrifice, and it'll require a lot of patience. So if you want to hear my tips for, well, getting to the point where I am, getting a good community and getting a good channel going, then you can feel free to listen up. Point number 1, do it for the right reasons. YouTube can be a very, very hard place to get into, so I think it's very important that you don't do it with success in mind, because success is not guaranteed. What I think should be your main priority is entertainment, having fun yourself. Because if you go into YouTube thinking, I'm gonna be the best one, I'm gonna like make thousands of YouTube, I'm gonna live off it for the rest of my life, then I feel like you have an easier time getting burnouts and just not really wanting to make videos at all, because you don't have the motivation of, oh, I really want to do it. You have the motivation of, oh, I really gotta do it. Because in my opinion, the best things are often made from passion and creativity, and that's not always something you would find if you just strive for success. You can definitely do it, but I would recommend always having fun. I think that's very important. Number 2, stay the same person. It seems kind of obvious, but I've seen it way too many times that people change if they experience growth. Of course people change, it's natural, it's human, we all change, often for the better, sometimes for the worse. But I've seen YouTubers who kind of let sort of their fame go to their heads and they sort of change in the way they approach things and might get all high and mighty and they lose longtime fans like myself. So I think it's important that you certainly develop your own personality, but you never sort of forget who you are and don't really pretend to be somebody you're not. Be yourself. I think that's super important because I don't know about you, but often if I'm watching somebody commentate, maybe somebody who's new, and you can hear that they're really straining themselves in the way they talk because they're trying to have this sort of other personality going, and that's fine and all, but I think you'll have a lot more fun if you just try to be yourself and you get comfortable with who you are deep down inside on your skeleton. So yes, be who you are and do it for the right reasons. Now let's get over to some more technical stuff because that was very ooh. Number 3, don't fret over quality. What do I mean by this? Let's do some simple math. Experience trumps gear. Here's an example. It really doesn't matter if you don't have a good computer. It really doesn't matter if you have a good microphone. All that matters is the experience you gain by doing something. Don't make me pull out the camera again and prove it. So here's an example. I would rather listen to sort of a confident commentator who has a personality, who's found themselves, who really enjoy commentating. I'd rather enjoy them talking with a really crappy microphone than I would enjoy listening to somebody who's not really confident at commentating at all and don't really know how they're supposed to do it, and they have like the best microphone in the world. I would still prefer the one with the more experience because that's sort of what's attractive. To me, at least. And I would rather see an entertaining gameplay of like this really grainy game than I would see like a playthrough of like the new AAA game on ultra quality if it's played by somebody I don't sort of enjoy watching. So experience and sort of your personality and developing that comes way before equipment. You don't need a good computer, you don't need a good microphone. Of course you need some sort of, you know, camera or internet connection, but it doesn't really have to be that good because oftentimes in the start I find people that think, oh, I need to have really good equipment before I start. And I think that's a pretty basic error. Like, definitely you can if you have the money to get good equipment straight away. Better for you, you know? But don't fret about it. Experience really comes first. Quality does not equal success. Experience doesn't either, but I feel like with experience you come a lot further than you can with just quality alone. Looks like my Norwegian shone through there. Shone? Shine? Shone? I'm not American. I'm Norwegian. My English is still bad. If you don't really get what I mean, then let me show you a few comparison clips, okay? So I'll be right back after these before and after shots of, well, my commentating days. Enjoy! Hello. And what do you know? He's an undead. Whoa! Don't you slap my woman! No! Eleanor, we need... Okay, I can't stand for this. This is episode 1 of my new show called... Wait. The Dark Corner. But I've gotten a letter in the mail that I want to open. I have gotten tons of fan art pictures and I got some things I have to discuss, so I thought, well, it's naturally a time to make the Dark Corner.
Jump through the roof and keep going.
Alright, let's do this. What? Oh, I thought I was supposed to jump. Maybe that was the wrong kind of jump. Hello guys and girls. Voices from the Dark here, and it's time to kick some butt with Marthar, Groth, and Lucian. We are headed over to the meadery, but it's not going to be a struggle-less road. Phew. You can see there's been like an increase in quality and experience in several aspects, and that's come from years of just doing the same thing over and over and gradually sort of growing and getting quality gear that sort of fits my experience level, if you look at it like that. I would also like to sort of touch upon editing videos, which is sort of, you know, an important thing, and it's also a skill you can train, but it's not really necessary. Let's say you can't really edit at all, and that's fine if you like have a camera, any camera, even phone camera can work if you record your screen playing a game. Now you might say, what's the point of that? It's going to be crappy quality. Yeah, but that's not what matters. What matters is that you talk. and you talk and you pretend that you have an audience, you pretend that you have good quality, you focus on making a good show even if the quality isn't there, because when the one day comes that you get gear, you already have the experience to fit. You know what I mean? So if you ever do move up to sort of the editing stages and you have video and you edit it down, then just some general tips: cut out any unnecessary pauses, make sure that the video starts well, ends well, make people really pumped to watch more by not having in too boring parts, and just try to make it a video that you would watch yourself. Okay, and finally on this topic, I would like to say that I'm watching a YouTuber, and this YouTuber once said something that I strongly disagree with. And he said that if you don't really have the gear necessary to make a good quality video, then you shouldn't make a video. Which is f***ing bullshit. Okay, let me show you. This video right here.
These Creeben are spies for Sauron himself.
Awesome sound quality, awesome video quality. If this video was never made, if somebody told me, you can't do that, Carl, that's stupid, that's pointless, then there would be no Kidor, there would be no ESO, there would be no daily videos that greet you when you come home from school or work and you sit down and you open up and you see other Darklings, and none of this would exist if I didn't make those crappy videos that are like totally unwatchable. Because experience goes really, really far, and it doesn't matter if nobody watches your videos in the first year or the second year or the third year. What matters is that you're growing as a person and you're growing as a commentator. And so when you eventually do get people who pass by your channel, they're more inclined to stay because you have developed a personality and a way to be, and if they feel compatible with that, they will stay, which makes it so often you get a community of people who are very like-minded. I would also urge you to try and sort of be frequent if you can. Like back in 2010, 2011, I had a lot of YouTube friends, and they were like, their channels were like much bigger than me, but now when I look back at those channels, they barely moved an inch in so many years. Because there have been like infrequent schedules and they just haven't sort of been passionate about it. So I guess that really goes to show that if you really care about YouTube and you really work hard at it, you have a good chance of surpassing even people now who are just much bigger than you. Like you right now who haven't even made a channel, you have 0 subscribers. You could get bigger than the VFTD channel. There's nothing stopping you. YouTube is a very random place, but that's sort of what we love about YouTube. It's a lot of hard work and patience involved, but I do believe you can get really far. But I've spent way too long on this topic. Let's go over to one of the most important topics of Let's Playing: commentary. Again, the most important thing about commentary, in my opinion, is to be yourself. Don't take on a persona that isn't you unless you really feel, unless you really enjoy that and you feel like it adds to your commentary. People shouldn't be afraid to sort of be themselves. The second thing is that I want you to talk loud and clear, which I know can be difficult if you have people at home, for example. I still struggle with this. Like, if my sister's like walking back and forth between a bathroom and a room, and I'm like, I don't really want to start the episode now, because she's gonna be like, oh, he's talking to himself in his room. What a derp. You know, so thoughts like that still keep me back, but something you can do is that whenever you're home alone and there's nobody else there, you can... A door slammed. You can take up your camera, you can record your screen, and you can just talk loudly and be like, hello YouTube, my name is GamerGuy55898802. You probably have a better name than that, that's all I got. And you'll just talk loud and clear and just practice and have fun. And you really want to make sure that people want to see more, so try to be sort of professional. And by professional, I mean no eating noises, don't eat during recordings. Drinking is fine, drinking is, natural, but no eating. And if you can avoid background noise, it's nice, but I understand if you're in an environment that doesn't allow that, then you'll just sort of have to accept that. But let's say that you have a lot of traffic outside your window. Try closing your window before recording. I do the same. It gets super hot in here, but sometimes you just have to endure it to get the best audio quality. And of course, if you're struggling with microphone static, there is a free program called Audacity that I use for my audio, and in this program you can remove the noise for free. I mean, very easily. So if you're struggling with noise removal, I can leave a link down below so you can go check that out, because it really helps me, because I got this static in the background even when I record with my microphone, and just quick noise removal, all good. And if you have a strong accent, do not despair. It is quite okay to have a strong accent, because if you work hard enough, you can make the accent seem more fluent. Well, maybe not if you're Russian, because if you're Russian, it's badass and you should never change that accent. But if you want to change... But if you really want to change an accent, like a Norwegian accent, then it could be good for you to practice it a lot. So right now I'm going to show you an example video. Here is a Minecraft video that I doubt none of you have ever seen, because it's been on another channel.
Hello everyone and welcome to Awesome's Adventures in Minecraft. So...
Okay. You get the point. That was my voice. Yes, horrible. Okay, and now listen to this. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. It sounds a lot better, doesn't it? And that just comes from a lot of experience. Like, we learn English at school in Norway, but still, a lot of Norwegians are pretty horrible at English, so that's not where all the experience comes from. The experience comes from games, watching videos, but most of all, commentating. Just commentating. Even commentating when you're playing by yourself, which sounds very crazy, I know, but I've enjoyed doing that. Like, even if you have no equipment, let's say you're booting up your favorite game, like Call of Duty, and you're like, okay, hey guys, so we're back here on another battle in the bog, or whatever the maps are called these days. We're running around and shooting this guy. Oh, he came up on me. I'm nearing this kill streak. Even doing that, you're sort of... Basically, it's good practice for you. It's good practice. That's what I'm saying. You can get more confident, and you can sort of... Not completely remove your accent. That's kind of hard, but you can definitely make your speech much more confident, and you can make it, well, nicer to listen to, because often strong accents are not very comfortable, but they can be worked on. Moving on to maybe more of a controversial topic. Maybe some people will disagree with me on this, but that's fine. Number 5. Watch other Let's Players and don't be afraid of imitation. I think imitation is a word. To imitate somebody, right? Watching other Let's Players play a game is a great way to sort of see what kind of commentary you like to do. Because often what I do is that I watch a commentator and I notice like what traits they use in their speech, how they sort of react to different situations, how they talk about things, and I note down in my head what I like, what I think was good, like, the way he went about that is really, really cool. And then I use it in my own video, which might now be like, oh, you're ripping off people. But there's a difference between being influenced and ripping somebody off. If you start your video like, how's it going, bros? My name is PewDiePie, and welcome back to more Let's Play Creepy Game 2222222. Then you're ripping off. But if you sort of change that and have it a bit like, how's it going, guys? My name is Game Guy, and in today's episode we're gonna play... You see what I mean? Or just general phrases and things like that. It's okay. You might have noticed that when I play visual novels, whenever sort of a little ... sign appears, which just suggests that there's a pause, I say dots. I didn't come up with that. Cry came up with that when he reads, and I've just sort of adopted it, and now I can't stop saying it. Am I a bad person for that? I don't think so. I'm influenced by hundreds of Let's Players. When I'm playing Hearthstone, I'm influenced by Total Biscuit. When I'm playing visual novels, I'm influenced by Cry. And back in the day when I was doing stupid vlogs, I was influenced by Ray William Johnson. I even used sort of his outro, like, keep on trolling. That might border on ripping off, but it sort of helped me develop my own style also. I watched countless of hours of content of these people, and it sort of just goes into your brain and you can adapt the traits you want, which is what's really wonderful about this. And with enough time, the influence that they have over you will become less apparent as it will start to kind of meld with your own personality. Like, I've noticed some people that I've inspired who like start off their YouTube videos with something like, hello guys and girls, welcome back to blah blah blah, and I'm like, that sounds very much like my intro. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm like, if I can somehow inspire people that way, that works too. So I definitely think that watching other Let's Players and taking inspirations from them or the way they do things should not be a bad thing. It should be a good thing. It should be a learning tool and something that helps you cope with different situations that might occur in the Let's Play. So let's move over to point 6, conclusion. I've really gone on for way too long with this little stupid ramble. Don't give up. Stay patient. If you really want to make it on YouTube, then you're probably gonna have to make videos for several years without seeing any progress. That's kind of the harsh reality, and it sounds harsh, but is it harsh if you're enjoying it? If you're having fun, if you're sort of building this catalog of videos, you're like, I made all of this stuff. And someday, somebody might come across my channel and find all of these videos and be like, awesome, I have so much stuff to watch. Because the more you do it, the more you make videos, usually the better you get and the better the videos turn out. And what I did subconsciously was that I grew my channel, I became more confident with Let's Playing in general, and then when a new game came out, be it Skyrim or be it me starting the Kajor series or ESO, then I grabbed a new pile of the audience that were searching for that game on YouTube. And once they saw me and they saw, oh, this guy has actually got some, you know, experience and cool personality traits, and they well stayed around, and that's why you're watching this video right now. So I definitely do not believe in giving up, because suddenly you make one video and you just skyrocket. Let's say that the next Minecraft game is out and you're the only guy who's ever heard of the game, and you make a video and suddenly, bam, millions of views. Unlikely, but possible. That's the good thing about YouTube. It's also random, so never give up. Now let's go over to trolls and haters and skaters. Actually, I don't mind skaters. If you get any hate on your videos that's obviously just for trolling, or they obviously just want a reaction from you, what you do is that you block them from the channel, remove the comments, and do not reply and start a comment war. All too often I see YouTubers who reply back to the haters, and it just creates a really bad atmosphere. And also, often trolls live off of attention, so just a quick block here and just remove comment here often makes things go a lot smoother than replying and being like, "You can't do this to me." You know? And now to the positive side of the comments, the fans. Interact with viewers, include them in videos, mention their comments, reply to them in the comment section if they're reasonable. It feels so good when somebody you look up to reply to you. Like I was watching this LAN party video by Node. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about them because they're like 4 guys in a room, play games together, awesome stuff. And I like commented in the comment section like, I'm loving this series because it's so well edited. And then one of the guys, D, replied to me saying that I looked like Sam from an alternate reality, which is another one of the guys, and I couldn't sleep that night. I was like, D replied to me. I've also heard that people kind of have the same effect when I reply to them, which is an absurd feeling. But being able to give that feeling to somebody, I think it's important. It's important to talk to the viewers and to include them, because it feels so good for them, and usually that makes the fans more loyal, and eventually you'll turn a subscriber base into a community, and a community is 10 times better than a subscriber base in my opinion. A subscriber base is something Machinima has. A community is something Voices from the Dark has. You see the difference? Machinima is way too big and it's not personal enough. It's just, you know, random videos of random games, and while a lot of them are high quality, there's not really one entity behind the channel. It's just, here's some entertainment for the general masses. So the more personal you sort of get with the channel, the easier it is to create good fans. Or not create, but like attract and make sure that the good ones stay. Another thing I would like to mention is try to avoid controversial topics. This is something I've tried to do. Like, let's say that in a video you come across, let's say you're playing South Park Stick of Truth and you come across the abortion clinic and you're like, here's my opinion about abortions. Yeah, you feel me? It's not good. Because somebody in the comments is going to disagree with you and longtime fans are going to turn their back. And I've been known to do this myself. I'm just watching a video and suddenly the guy goes like, man, I really hate Asians. And I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be watching you anymore. It just really crashes. I have my own dark sides, and I'm sure if all of you knew about all of my inner dark thoughts and opinions, then maybe not all of you would be here. But you don't, which is good. You just know the kind of guy I'm here, and I'm sort of just displaying the part that I want to display that won't cause controversy and chaos. And now all of you are super curious and you're going to start asking, don't. I haven't broken the law. Everything is fine. You derp. But there is one thing that you will need to remember if you're a Let's Player. It's the #1 rule. You need to have fun. Okay? That was a long ramble, but I've gotten this question so many times and it's just going to be so good to just be able to direct people to this channel if they ever want to stop Let's Playing. Start Let's Playing, not stop. Never stop. Until the beat drops. I'm amazed you sat through this silly little ramble of mine. And I know I'm far from perfect at this. I don't know everything there is to do about it. But I've done it for 4 years and I feel like I've got some experience and some insight. And considering the current channel growth and the fact that we're like the 95th most subscribed channel in Norway, we've actually achieved something. And I hope that sort of my tips can inspire or help anybody at all. Even if it helps just one person, that's awesome. You better make awesome videos. Now, I know a lot of people keep sending me their videos like, hey Dark, check out my video, check what I do. But I get so many of them a day that I can't really take the time that the video really deserves to sit down and watch it and give you constructive feedback. So the general message is just keep doing it. Keep improving. And I promise you that you'll most likely succeed in becoming better. Well, I think that's about it. Happy 4th anniversary, channel! I don't know why I'm waving to the channel. It's been an awesome 4 years, and well, I hope I'm still doing this in 4 years again. God, who knows what would have changed in 4 years. I would be like 22, that's scary. Let's not think about the future, I don't like the future. So I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of the content that's coming up on the channel. Have a still good day, take care, and stay awesome. But most importantly, everybody, stay freaking dark. Goodbye.